Ever found yourself entangled in a web of confusing actions and mind games, unsure of the intentions behind them? In today's deep dive, we're lifting the veil on the signs and strategies of female narcissists. Together, we'll explore the cunning tactics they employ and the psychological games they play, often leaving those around them bewildered. By the end of this video, you'll have a clearer understanding of their modus operandi and will be better equipped to navigate these tricky terrains. Ready to decipher the complex world of narcissistic behaviour? Join me as we expose the truth. Sign 1. A grand sense of self-importance. Have you ever noticed how every conversation somehow circles back to her? She's the lead actress, director, and producer in the movie of life. The world revolves around her needs, achievements, and stories. The underpinning logic? Who could be more important than her? It's essential to differentiate between self-confidence and a grand sense of self-importance. A female narcissist often exaggerates her achievements, expecting others to regard her as superior, even without achievements that warrant it. Sign 2. Lives in a fantasy world. Does she often dwell on fantasies of unlimited success, beauty, power, or ideal love? This isn't just daydreaming, it's an immersion in a world where she reigns supreme. By constructing this make-believe world, she shields herself from realities that contradict her elevated self-perception. Be it her dream job, ideal relationships, or a picture-perfect life, anyone questioning this fantasy is met with disdain or aggression. Sign 3. Requires excessive admiration. The need for constant applause. Be it a flood of compliments, an outpour of attention, or even just the spotlight, a female narcissist thrives on admiration. This hunger isn't just about feeling good, it's a necessity for her, like air. This insatiable need stems from her fragile self-worth, which paradoxically is cloaked in an exterior of supreme confidence. Sign 4. Sense of entitlement. Ever met someone who walks into a room and acts like she owns the place? Or someone who expects the red carpet to roll out for her in every situation? This isn't about mere confidence. A female narcissist genuinely believes that she deserves special treatment, and it's everyone else's duty to provide it. The world, in her eyes, should bend to her wishes. If it doesn't, it's not because her expectations are unrealistic, but rather because the world is failing her. Sign 5. Exploitative behaviour. It's all about taking advantage. If she sees an opportunity to benefit herself at the expense of others, she might just take it. Understanding this sign requires a deeper dive. The exploitation isn't always overt. It can manifest in subtle manipulations, emotional coercion, or even playing the victim to gain sympathy and leverage it for personal gain. It's not just about taking advantage in materialistic ways, it's also about emotional and psychological exploitation. Sign 6. Lacks empathy. Empathy. The ability to feel and understand others' emotions. Most of us have it, but a female narcissist, not so much. This isn't to say she's incapable of displaying emotions. Instead, her emotional palette might prioritize her feelings over everyone else's. In relationships, she may disregard the feelings, needs, or desires of others, seeing them as mere stepping stones to her goals. Sign 7. Often envious of others. While a tad of jealousy is natural, with a female narcissist, it's a whole different ballgame. Imagine being in a constant state of competition, not for fun or growth, but because you genuinely believe someone is out to overshadow you. This envy isn't just about wanting someone's possessions or lifestyle, it's deeper. It's about desiring the attention, respect, and admiration that someone else receives. This perpetual comparison eats away at her, causing her to belittle others or to fabricate stories to make herself appear superior. At the root of it all is an insidious insecurity, which makes her feel that she's perpetually in the shadows, even if in reality she's centre stage. Sign 8. A belief in her unique status. She truly believes in herself being one of a kind. Not in the motivational poster kind of way, but in a no one can ever understand or be like me manner. It's an almost paradoxical belief. On one hand, she sees herself as superior and matchless, and on the other, she feels perpetually misunderstood. She might often voice how no one can truly get her, or how she's unparalleled in her experiences. This belief not only separates her from others, but also becomes a convenient excuse. Can't meet a deadline? It's because of her unique challenges. Relationship issues? It's because her partner can't comprehend her depth. This self-imposed pedestal, while isolating, also becomes her shield from criticism and responsibility. Sign 9 needs excessive validation. Now, we all like a pat on the back, but for a female narcissist, it's not just nice to have, it's essential. Consider the most exquisite mansion built on a foundation of sand. It might look grand, but it's unstable. Her self-image is that mansion, and validation is the desperate attempt to keep it from crumbling. Every like, compliment and acknowledgement becomes a brick reinforcing her fragile self-esteem. And if that validation isn't forthcoming, she might seek it out, manipulate situations to receive it, or even degrade others to make herself feel superior. It's a never-ending cycle, a thirst that's seldom quenched, driving her deeper into her narcissistic tendencies. Sign 10 frequently devalues others. It's not just about a one-off negative comment, it's a consistent habit. Imagine a scale with her always on the higher end. To maintain this balance, she feels the need to constantly push others down. This devaluation can manifest in many ways: belittling remarks, sarcastic comments, or even outright humiliation. It's not just about making herself feel superior, it's also about ensuring others remain in a subservient position. This constant power play, rooted in her insecurities, becomes a tool of control, dominate, and assert her perceived superiority. But remember, beneath all that bravado often lies a person deeply unsure of her own worth. Sign 11. Obsession with appearance. For a female narcissist, appearance isn't just about looking good, it's about projecting a specific image to the world. Think about it. A meticulously curated Instagram feed, hours spent grooming or flaunting brands as badges of honour. It's not just vanity, it's about showcasing her perfection. This obsession goes beyond the physical. It's about appearing successful, happy, and enviable, even if the reality is starkly different. But why this facade? Because every compliment and every envious glance fuels her fragile ego. Any deviation from this perfect image, whether it's a bad hair day or a perceived slight, can trigger intense insecurity or even rage. Sign 12. Extreme sensitivity to criticism. Criticism, for many of us, it's a tool for growth. But for the female narcissist, it's akin to a slap in the face. Imagine a shiny, impeccable balloon. Beautiful, but fragile. A slight prick, and it's gone. A female narcissist's self-esteem is that balloon. Any critique, however constructive, is perceived as a direct attack on her self-worth. She might react defensively, deflect blame, or launch into a counterattack. The underlying theme? An inability to accept that she could be flawed. This doesn't mean she can't acknowledge mistakes. She might, but often with a caveat that shifts the blame elsewhere. For example, I might have said that, but you provoked me. Recognizing this sensitivity isn't about walking on eggshells around her, but understanding the deep-seated insecurities that drive such reactions. Sign 13 often projects her insecurities onto others. Projection, a psychological defense mechanism where one attributes their own negative traits onto someone else. In the world of a female narcissist, she's often the perennial victim of other people's inadequacies, never her own. Let's say she feels insecure about her work ethic. Instead of introspection, she might accuse colleagues of being lazy or not committed enough. By projecting, she deflects attention away from her own insecurities, maintaining her perfect facade. This isn't just about projecting traits, it's also about emotions. If she's feeling particularly low or envious, she might accuse others of being jealous of her. It's a convoluted mirror game where she sees her reflections in everyone but herself. Sign 14 uses gaslighting as a tool. Gaslighting is a manipulative tactic where someone tries to make another person doubt their own reality, memories, or perceptions. For a female narcissist, it's a powerful weapon. Imagine she does something hurtful, but when confronted, she twists the narrative. That never happened, or you're too sensitive, or even, you remember things wrong. Over time, the victim starts questioning their sanity. The aim? Control. If she can control someone's perception of reality, she can control the narrative, maintaining her superior position. It's a sinister play, one that can leave deep emotional scars. Sign 15 struggles to maintain long-term relationships. Relationships require give and take, understanding, and mutual respect. But for a female narcissist, relationships often become platforms for control and validation. She might hop from one relationship to another, always in search of a better, more adoring partner. Past partners are often painted in a negative light, and she perpetually sees herself as the one who gave too much. But if you look closer, you'd notice a pattern of manipulation, unrealistic expectations, and a lack of genuine empathy. Her relationships, whether romantic, platonic, or familial, are often fraught with drama, leaving a trail of hurt individuals in her wake. Diving into these signs is just the beginning. Next up, straight from the source, things a narcissistic would say to her husband. Or dive into, when the mask slips, different ways a narcissistic wife lashes out. Thanks for being with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more.